Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Drew McIntyre failed to dethrone Cody Rhodes and win the undisputed WWE Championship at WrestlePalooza. He has now reacted on social media after his loss. McIntyre's feud with Rhodes began post-SummerSlam 2025, where Rhodes regained the undisputed WWE Championship by dethroning John Cena. McIntyre stepped up as the American Nightmare's first title challenger in his second reign as champion. On X, McIntyre immediately reacted after losing to Rhodes at WrestlePalooza. He was beaten in the show's main event after failing to connect with the Claymore and injuring his right leg in the process. Check out McIntyre's post on X. Jonathan Coachman commented on Drew McIntyre's loss at WWE WrestlePalooza and pointed out a few other things that failed to impress him from the show. Taking to his official X handle, Coachman wrote the following. He further stated, McIntyre is a former three-time WWE World Champion. Last year, he won the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania XL before losing the title to Damian Priest within minutes after Priest cashed in his Money in the Bank contract to win the title. WWE WrestlePalooza 2025 was a night that promised unforgettable moments, shocking results, and career-defining clashes, and it certainly delivered on every front. One of the marquee matches that had the entire WWE universe buzzing heading into the event was the showdown between Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes, a clash that carried layers of history, personal animosity, and the quest for validation on the grandest stage of them all. The result of this battle was one that left the audience stunned as Cody Rhodes emerged victorious over the Scottish Warrior, a loss that Drew McIntyre has since reacted to in a way that has fans, pundits, and WWE legends alike talking. His immediate response to the defeat has revealed a side of McIntyre that both highlights his deep frustration and his unwavering determination to reclaim his spot at the top of WWE. McIntyre entered WrestlePalooza as one of the most determined and focused superstars on the card. He had spent months calling out Rhodes, questioning his leadership as WWE champion, and reminding the world that he had carried the company on his shoulders during one of the most difficult periods in its history. His promos leading up to the bout were sharp and biting. His in-ring work as crisp as ever, and his physical intensity unmatched. Many believe this was the night McIntyre would reassert himself as the dominant force of WWE, perhaps even cementing himself once more as the face of the company. But in the end, Cody Rhodes weathered the storm, executed his game plan with precision, and delivered a performance that will be remembered for years to come, pinning McIntyre clean in the center of the ring after a grueling contest. The immediate aftermath of the match saw McIntyre lying on the mat, drenched in sweat, his face etched with disbelief. For someone who has built his career on resilience and overcoming setbacks, this was a particularly bitter pill to swallow. Sources backstage have revealed that McIntyre's first words upon returning through the curtain reflected both his disappointment and his fire to bounce back. I gave him everything, and he still stood up, McIntyre reportedly muttered, shaking his head in frustration as officials and agents approached him. The comment was telling. It was less about Rhodes' victory being unfair and more about McIntyre's own inability to keep the American Nightmare down, a realization that seemed to cut deep into the former WWE champion. Those present backstage described McIntyre as pacing back and forth, replaying the match in his mind, and replaying key moments where he thought he had Rhodes beat. The Claymore kick that nearly sealed the victory, the brutal suplexes that left Rhodes gasping for air, and the moments where the crowd roared in support. All of these were evidence that McIntyre was right there on the edge of triumph. And yet it slipped through his grasp. Unlike some stars who lash out at management or blame booking decisions in the wake of a loss, McIntyre's immediate reaction was to turn the spotlight inward, questioning what more he could have done to secure the win. This introspective response underscores his professionalism, but it also illustrates a growing sense of urgency in McIntyre's career trajectory. In his post-match interactions, McIntyre reportedly remained silent for long stretches, visibly disappointed, Yet he did not shy away from congratulating Cody Rhodes when they briefly crossed paths backstage. This show of respect highlights the duality of McIntyre's character. On one hand, a proud warrior furious at being defeated, and on the other, a competitor who still honors the code of professional wrestling. "Not tonight, but another time," McIntyre was overheard saying to Rhodes, a statement that suggests this rivalry is far from over. That single remark has already sparked speculation among fans and insiders about a potential rematch, possibly with even higher stakes attached. Social media reaction to the match and McIntyre's response has been intense. Fans flooded Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok with clips of McIntyre's stunned expression immediately after the pinfall, while hashtags like #ScottishWarrior and #CodyvsDrew trended worldwide. Some fans praised McIntyre for putting on a classic performance and giving Rhodes the fight of his life, while others expressed concern that WWE may once again sideline McIntyre in favor of pushing Rhodes further. This dichotomy reflects McIntyre's unique standing in the company. He is both beloved as a hero of the pandemic era and simultaneously underappreciated by sections of the fanbase who believe he deserves more consistent top billing. Insiders also note that Triple H and WWE Creative were impressed by McIntyre's professionalism in the immediate aftermath of the bout. Rather than venting anger or withdrawing from the locker room, McIntyre reportedly sat with producers to review aspects of the match, asking for feedback and discussing how the story could evolve moving forward. This mindset, one that is grounded in growth and improvement, is why many within WWE believe McIntyre's time at the top is far from over. His immediate reaction, analyzing what went wrong and how he could adapt, was exactly what WWE executives wanted to see from someone who may be slotted into another marquee program heading into the latter half of the year. There are already whispers that WWE could use this loss as a turning point in McIntyre's character arc. The Scottish Warrior has long been positioned as a valiant hero, but his growing frustration, his visible agitation after the Rhodes loss, and his cutting remarks in interviews could lay the foundation for a darker, more ruthless version of McIntyre. A heel turn, something fans have been speculating about for months, could be on the horizon, and this defeat may serve as the catalyst. If WWE chooses to explore that path, McIntyre's immediate reaction, questioning himself, stewing in frustration, yet refusing to blame anyone else, could become part of the on-screen narrative, blurring the lines between reality and storyline in a way that fans love to dissect. Cody Rhodes himself addressed the match in a post-show press conference, praising McIntyre's toughness and acknowledging the difficulty of securing the victory. "Drew's a warrior, plain and simple," Rhodes said. "He hits harder than anyone I've ever faced, and tonight was about survival as much as it was about winning. I know he'll be back, and I know this isn't the last time our paths will cross." These words only fueled speculation that the rivalry will continue, possibly leading to another encounter at a future premium live event. The significance of McIntyre's immediate reaction also ties into his broader journey in WWE. From being dubbed the Chosen One early in his career, to being released, reinventing himself on the independent scene, and then returning to claim the WWE Championship, McIntyre's career has always been about resilience. Losing to Rhodes at WrestlePalooza is just another chapter in that story, a setback that could ultimately fuel an even greater comeback. His first instinct after the loss was not despair but determination, and that mindset could make all the difference as he looks to climb back to the top of WWE. As the dust settles from WrestlePalooza, fans are left with two burning questions. What does Cody Rhodes' victory mean for his championship reign? And where does Drew McIntyre go from here? The immediate answer lies in McIntyre's reaction, one that showed vulnerability, pride, and an unyielding will to fight on. It may not have been the result he wanted, but the way he handled it, both in front of the cameras and behind the scenes, reminds everyone why Drew McIntyre remains one of WWE's most respected and compelling superstars. In the weeks ahead, WWE programming will likely shine a light on McIntyre's frustration and how he channels it. Whether he doubles down as a heroic figure fighting for redemption or embraces a more sinister path fueled by bitterness, his immediate reaction at WrestlePalooza has set the stage for the next evolution of his character. For now, the world knows this much. Drew McIntyre did not take the loss lightly, and his hunger to return to the top has only grown stronger. His words backstage summed it up best. "I gave him everything, and he still stood up." A haunting reminder that sometimes even a warrior's best is not enough, but it will never stop him from fighting again. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.